Hi and welcome to my 9th YouTube video tutorial on how to use Business Objects Web Intelligence, and today we'll be talking about multiple data providers. We're going to create one data provider that will get information from the eFashion universe, and we're going to create another data provider that will get revenue data from the Islands Resorts Marketing universe. Once we have the data from both queries, we're going to consolidate it on report level. We're going to start by creating our first query, and the first query will be based on the eFashion universe. And for our report, we're going to select our year, our quarter, and a measure will be sales revenue. Okay, let's run this query. Okay, so this is our revenue data from the eFashion universe. Now we're going to create another query. And if I right click here, you see query 1. If I right click on that, you've got the option to add a query. So if I select that, you get two options. First option is to select a universe, which we're going to use. The other option, which I will cover in a different tutorial, is the other data source option, which will allow you to integrate data, for example, that is held within an Excel spreadsheet into your report. So we're going to select universe, and we're going to select the Island Resort Marketing universe. And now we're going to select our objects again, which will be year, quarter, and from our measures, the revenue. I hit run query, and now we've got the data from both universes combined in the same report. So an easy way to arrange it is to select query, and here you can see query 1 eFashion, query 2 Island Resorts Marketing. Before we continue, we'll get rid of this report, and then we can start merging the data or consolidating the data. So in order to consolidate the data or to use data from both universes, we've got to use an option called merge dimension. In order to consolidate the data, you'd need to join both queries together. So you would need to select a common object between both queries and merge them together. So here we have query 1 and this is query 2. So we're going to start off by selecting year from query 1 and year from query 2, and then we're going to select merge. Click OK. And then the same for quarter from query 1 and quarter from query 2, and we select merge again. If we click on OK now, you'll notice that a new folder appears where we have quarter and year. And if I expand this, the quarter is made up out of the quarter from query 1 and query 2, and the same goes for year, query 1 and query 2. Now I can start building my consolidated report, and I'm going to start by dragging under merge dimensions. I'm going to drag in my year and then my quarter, and you'll see that from the eFashion universe they've got the years named 2004 to 2006. And from the Island Resort Marketing database, they named their year FY, standing for full year 2004 to 2006. Next thing we're going to do is from query 1, my eFashion query, I'm going to drag in the sales revenue. And from my query 2, Island Resort Marketing, I'm going to drag in the sales revenue. Okay, so you'll notice that in an ideal situation, we'd have the revenue combined in one single column, and that's what we're going to do now. We're going to start by adding another column to the right, and we're going to call that consolidated revenue. And what the formula is going to do, it will say if the Sales revenue, oh sorry, if the revenue from the island resource marketing is null, so these columns, insert whatever is in the sales revenue from the e-fashion. So that way we can combine everything nicely in one single column. So let's build this. I will open the formula editor. I'm going to start off by equals if open bracket close bracket is null open bracket close bracket sales revenue, then so semicolon revenue, if it's not null display the sales revenue, and check to see if I've done things correctly, and yes. So now we've got everything, all the revenue nicely in one column, so I can get rid of the other two columns. The only thing that is remaining is to sort out the year column. You can see the query from the eFashion universe uses year 2004 to 2006, and the query from the Island Resort Marketing uses the year FY. They encode FY in front of the year. So we're going to get rid of that, so it nicely aggregates up to year level. In order to do that, we're going to do, let's see, we're going to use a string formula called write. And in order just to get the year out of this, or to strip the FY out, we're going to select write, and then it's 1, 2, 3, 4 places to the right to strip out the FY. So we're going to select write, year, semicolon, 4 spaces, and then we click yes. And now it got rid of the add y, and everything nicely aggregates up to year level. That concludes my tutorial on multiple data providers. I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comments, and see you at the next tutorial. Thank you.